So now we're going to take a look at our first scale sequence, and this scale sequence we are going to be practicing with shape number 1 of the E natural minor scale. Now I'm going to be presenting you with a new scale sequence for each position. Now that doesn't mean that you have to just stick with playing this scale sequence that I'm going to show you for shape 1. Eventually, by the time you get to the end of this guide and you've learned all of the other shapes, you will be able to mix these sequences up. Okay, so let's take a look at our first scale sequence. This is a classic scale sequence and is a great way of working on left and right hand synchronization, working on your alternate picking, working on the scale, and also developing musical ideas. So this scale sequence is based around a 4-note pattern. What you're going to be doing is starting from each note and climbing up 4 notes. So you'll start from the first note, the root note, climb up 4 notes through the scale. You'll then start from the second note of the scale and climb up another 4 notes. From the third note, up 4 notes. From the fourth note. From the fifth note. The sixth note. The seventh note. And then starting from the root note. Okay, so basically we take that pattern, ascending from each note, up 4 notes. You start from the first note, ascend 4 notes. From the second note, up 4 notes. From the third note, up 4 notes. And you will continue that pattern until we reach the top of the scale. Now to descend, we simply reverse the pattern. So you'll start from the highest note. We're not going to be starting from the highest root note. We are including all of the notes within that position. So we've gone 2 notes higher than the highest root note. Just means that we can play all of the notes in the area. Doesn't limit us to just being able to play root note to root note. So when we descend, we come down 4 notes, then from the next note, next note, and so on. So you are simply playing, ascending through groups of 4 and descending through groups of 4. So I'm going to play through shape number 1 sequence for you now with the click. So why is this important? Well, it's letting you hear the intervals of the scale. You are starting from each note of the scale. You are getting used to the DNA of the scale and internalizing the sound of the natural minor scale. As well as that, you are working on technique. We are using alternate picking, so you are working on your picking hand as well as the synchronization of your left and right hands, working on the finger per fret technique with your fretting hand. And also, it's developing a musical idea. Fragments of sequences are great to include in your improvisation. They're a great way of connecting the fingerboard together, adding some exciting sounding runs, and building vocabulary. So this is really powerful stuff when you look at all of the different elements that we are covering when using scale sequences. Okay, so now it's your turn to practice scale sequence number 1.